Following consultation with the Attorney General and Minister of Justice, the Truth, Reconciliation and Reparation Commission is resuming public hearings today, the 8th of June. In a media release in May, the Commission said the decision to resume hearing was taken at a meeting of commissioners, secretariat staff, and the legal unit, so that it will pick up from where it stopped. Well, witnesses are expected to testify on road attacks by Jammeh's motorcade and the conditions at Gambia's prisons to begin with. Now, meanwhile, arrangements have been made to conduct the hearings in conformity with the COVID-19 safety precautions, social distancing, and others. Now, our reporter, our man on the ground, Ibrahim Abba, is at the Dunes Hotel, where hearings are expected to begin in a moment. And now, Ibrahim, thank you very much for joining us this morning. Now, what is on the Commission's agenda today, as the hearing is about to resume today? Well, it looks like we're not hearing from him. Yeah, we're having some issues, but we hopefully will get him back. Wow, press mu ngi noonu mu ngi foofu ci hotel bi, gis nga hotel baa ngi noonu ñu ngi jéem a jokkoo ak moom waaye jokkoo bi xal naa des tuuti déggante wuñ moom ñun déggaguñ ko gaa yi ngi cee liggéey tey comme niñ ko déggee ci biir story bi. dañuy continuer ñoom fu ñu yemoon te loolu bokkoon nañ ci motorcade président bi mooy su doon génn di dem jaan ñu bari wax nañ ne léegi am na ñu cee loru am na ñu cee am ay issues loolu nañ ko gekkoon ne di gestu ndaan lu am na wala amul bu amee naka la demee ak ñan ñoo ci loru ñooñu tamit ñu ñëw ñu wax mbiri naka la demee ak comme ni ñu ko daan gisee condition tamit ci kaso yi président si nekkoon lu bari tamit jàppoon ne dafa doyoon waar ndax loolu tamit lu am na ñu ko dunda ak mbiri ñu fa nekkoon jamono jooju ñu nekkoon ci responsibility bi ñooñu tamit war nañoo ñëw wax ñoom tamit lan moo tax doxalin bi bu fekkee lu ñëw wax loolu am la lan moo tax njëf yi demee noonu loolu tamit tey lan lañ ci loo ci mun a expect ñi nga xamante ne mooy ci hearing si.
waaw lu am solo la comme ni nga ko waxee rek ñoom da ngaa ñëw pour wax dëgg. ñu fay teew nañ fexe rek lu ñoo wax mu nekk dëgg. ba réew mi fii dafa am lu nga xam ne lu fi doon xew nit ñi dañ si tegoon seen bot am na si lu nga xam ne tam. nit ñaa ngi ko wax nekkul lu nga xam ne lu am la ba lu am nag daanaka nit ñi xam nañ ko soo fa demee waxoo fa lu am loolu dafa des sa diggante ak yàlla waaye nit ñi seen boppa dañ dee xam li nga xam ne moo am te ñi la fa oo lu ñu bëgg tam mooy yow nga wax dëgg bu nga xam ne ni dafa leer nañ wel comme noo ko waxee rek koso yi am na nu mu demee woon loolu ñi nga xam ne ñoo amee wàllu ak xeef ak yelle fi doomu aadama gëstu woon neen ko bi am na nuñ ko doon gisee leeroon askan bi xamoon nañ ko den yoon bi tam nu mu daan demee loolu am na incident yi nga xam ne ñu bëri witness yoon nañ ko waaye loolu yëpp ñu ko fekkee ak ñu ko dund ñoo ko mën a wax ñoom na ñu wax dëgg rek waaw.
ok very good mu ngi noonu dañu war a dellu si foofu ci TRRC bi dafa mel ni press is back on the line well again thank you Perez for coming through. I was just asking of course what is on the commission agenda today as hearing is about to resume.
The agenda here at the Dunes Hotel is to resume public hearing, because when the COVID-19 was recorded in the Gambia, the first case sometime in the mid of March, the TRRC was the first public institution to announce the suspension of public hearing. And that was in line, according to the Commission, with the directives from the President, who had said that, the public gathering was no longer, to go on, and emergency restrictions began coming up to, curb the spread of the virus. So the Commission went on the 18th to say that, no public hearing will be holding here until the first week of June. Although this is the second week of June, but the Commission has now come over to begin the process with some, precautionary measures in respect to the COVID-19. So the ground is set, and assumably everything is in order now for public hearing to continue in a slightly different manner. This time it is expected to be more of the online version, and that the commissioners and secretariat members are coming over now.
Very good. Now, what arrangement is being in place to show continuity of the hearings?
As of the 5th of June, around that time, so the commission communication unit, issued a dispatch to the media to explain some of the procedures and the arrangement on the ground, such that the 11 commissioners are catered for in the public hearing building, and then also the witness will have his usual table and place for testimony. Then you will also notice in the hall that the councils, there are 3 in number, but for what is catered for, 2 will be in at a time. So, the media is being relocated to the exhibition center. About 12 seats are provided for media coverages. So what I noticed this morning is the installation of more, TV screens to facilitate the followership to be able to follow the proceedings. So one is facing the direction of the lead counsel and the executive secretary of the commission, though the others are facing towards the commissioners. You could see the lines are spread enough with respect to social distancing, and the families of whoever is to testify also catered for with another TV screen. So all within the same hall, but the public gallery where the public could come to observe live proceeding in the hall is now no more the case. So these are some of the situation on the ground, and right at the entrance of the Dune Hotel, so there the security is there to ensure hand washing and sanitization of hands for those entering. I think it is noticeable that the situation of COVID-19 is still eminent at the commission here.
All right. Now, like you mentioned earlier, Ibrahim, now that the commission was among the first public institutions to observe the emergency orders. Now, the state of public emergency is still, active. What is the difference?
The commission justified its resumption to public hearing with the meeting it had with the Attorney General of the country, and who is also the Minister of Justice. So the commission said they have done a consultation with commissioners, with the secretariat and those stakeholders, which mainly are government, to provide for the continuity of hearing. So this was against the earlier press release that the commission, issued to say that, it would resume on the first week of June, provided that the situation is better. But as we speak, like you rightly mentioned, the situation of state of public emergency is still activated. So the latest, which was amended or adjusted by the president of the country, is expected to end later this week, but it's about a few days to go. So to see the commission resuming now means that the commission is now more time-minded than the fear of COVID-19. So it only justifies the situation of resuming with the preventive measures and the precautions that are in place to avoid the contamination of the virus. So this is the situation on the ground. But we know also in April, when the commission delivered to the president its interim report after about one year, so they mentioned it clearly that in November 2020, actually the first week, then the whole process of public hearing are expected to end. But because of 1 week or 2 weeks delay to resume from the break due to COVID-19, so this time is being moved to end of November. So meaning that it's about time that the commission is also thinking of as far as its mandate is concerned.
All right. Now, as we look forward to today's hearings, now, who are the witnesses to appear? Do we know?
it is not traditional for the TRRC to disclose the witnesses coming prior to the hearing moment, but what it would say is usually to give a hint around the subject or to say it will be an interesting or a busy day prior to the very day. So as of the press release which the media was given by the commission, it said that the commission intends to continue exactly where it stopped, and where it stopped involved the crimes around the motorcade or former President Yahya Jammeh's, convoy, the crimes around it, the shooting around the convoy, people crisscrossing side by side with the presidential motorcade, how they were treated, with the military men. Those are the issues that will take center stage, are expected to continue. Victims will continue to be allowed to, say their, ordeals with the motorcade with former President Jammeh. The other aspect that we know of will be happening during this session is also the condition of prisons in the Gambia. Mile 2 being the central prison in the country was considered by a five-star hotel by former president. That was an ironical label given to the prison for whoever is taking there, instead of getting what one is expected to get from hotels, will definitely suffer. The allegations are so much that the prison was like a death sentence.
All right.
So Gambian prisons are largely criticized for being overcrowded, for a lot of maltreatment going on there, according to a lot of testimonies already before the commission here. So these are issues that will continue, and it is likely to take so long because the number of people who have tested those grounds, the prison cells, are so much. And the commission, continues to welcome more people, according to the advertorial even running on Eyeafrica. People are free to come live to do the testimony behind me, the hall here, or even do it online. So the commission opens up the gates for whoever is a victim or is a witness to say something, and only time will tell how long this session will continue.
All right. Many thanks, Ibrahim. We've got to leave it at that. Of course, thank you very much for your time. And the good news is that we can just inform our viewers that, of course, TRC is resuming today. Thank you very much for the update.
Yeah, thank you. And also maybe to add that the Eyeafrica is going to cover the live proceeding from now on and to the end of the session.
Absolutely. We will do that as we have been doing for the past hearings. Thank you very much once again.
You're welcome.
Thank you. There you go, our man on the ground at the Dunes Hotel, Ibrahim Prespa, where the TRC is expected to resume hearings today after what has been a long, unusual break, by the way. But then finally, they are to be back today, seemingly continuing the hearing where they stopped us to the release they have published earlier on. Mariam, yow lan nga expecté TRC ma ñaan wax ñi mon ñam mom indi na expectation bi tay de nga lu press wa.
Wow, Amadou, TRRC mom every time they are looking forward to see what they have for the people. Man TRRC mom, let's leave it at that.